Welcome back to March to Orbit. So last time we've got two craft ready to go for an orbital run on the moon. But I'm now thinking, what about casters? What about to get this thing going up and stuff and all sorts of interesting things? So I'm having a look at this and I'm thinking, yeah, if we replace those side boosters with casters, can I upgrade the casters at all? Yeah, we were looking at this last time. The sea level ones, are they any better? They are a lot better. So when we get that level up, that's going to give us even more push. Now, the big thing about this is not that they're going to give us push. It's that I can make this stage longer then, because we've got limited mass here. We've got a 100-ton limit. I can actually up this, and this is the nice engine. This is the one I want to make bigger and last longer. So there we go. I could go to that. I'm actually going to go to 20 meters, right? So that is now that's now sort of caster advanced tech. So we've got that going. They're going to push it up, and then it's going to go into a sort of, they're going to burn for 20 seconds. It's going to be a little bit more efficient. Probably 1.2 is its thrust, so it's going to lose a bit, but we're going to have, what, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's a nice big push, actually. I think that might be better for us. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So that is going to be the Luna 7. So it's basically Russian core with American casters. So we're going to save that. We're going to save that as it is. We're going to check all of this is fine. That's going to go. That's going to go. That stage in the middle is going to burn for like over 3 minutes, which is a nice long burn actually, with a decent thrust when it gets going. It is a long boy, to be fair. We're going to save those edits. We're going to buy those casters and everything, which is going to cost a bit of funds. But while that's building, and we're gonna move that up the rankings, I think, and I'm actually gonna duplicate it as well, because I love to duplicate things, obviously, and we're gonna rename it. I'm gonna call it the 8. While that's doing that, we've got these two to try. We're gonna try with these two, and these may go wrong. I've got today and tomorrow to get into orbit of the moon, and I think I think we've got a potentially good chance of doing it. We don't have a lot of funds sitting on at the moment, but that's fine. So lunar orbiter, we're going to choose that. How long does it give me for that? Gives me okay, it gives me 18 months, so 450 days. Yeah, these craft will all be built in that time, and we can't launch anything else after the time the series will be over. We'd have run out of time. Right, I think we're ready, so we're going to go for launch on this one. It will probably fail. Right, we are at the 16-minute mark. We have a Luna, is it Luna 5? Luna 6? Luna 5. It's Luna 5. With its new sticky on things to stop it falling over. Right, we need to target the moon, first of all. We need to get into moon orbit. Now, we were lucky with our impact launch that we didn't have engine problems. We've had them before on this craft. We've had them before just in general. So I'm concerned about that, because I've built 2 of them, but we could easily actually go straight through them. Rendezvous planet is what I want, because I want the angle. We could get a day launch for once. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to get a little day launch in the sunlight. We're going to go around again. I want a day launch. It's not going to be a day launch. I can tell already. Yeah, it's just horrible. Right, there we go. Slow that down. Thank you. Right. Got a little bit carried away last time, so we've been on the pad now for like 2 days. Just the weather wasn't clear the first time, obviously. So plans for this: once we get through launch stage, I will probably speed it up a bit, just because I want to try and get all 4 launches in. Potentially, we've got 4 launches to get to the orbit of the moon, and if we do that, I'm going to consider this a success. If we don't, we're only a partial success. We got to orbit of the Earth. We did all that. We could have continued. The moon has been a challenge. It's been a big challenge, if I'm honest. I think we've been very lucky with it, but we will see. We'll see if we can continue to be lucky. I mean, I say lucky. We've only taken 7 or 8 attempts at it. If you want to see somebody have challenges with the moon, I think N9 on one of his series, big challenges, and I think Nathan Keld in one of his playthroughs also had a lot of problems with getting to the moon early on, because he was trying to do it unguided and things like that. So yeah, it's I'm in good company, I think. Right, why is that there? Why I don't want my fairing coming off separate. Thank you very much. No, you come up here. That's obviously reattached itself in the wrong place. Right. In fact, no, you want to be there. Right. Let's go. Fire. Seriously? Oh my lord. I've done it as stock style. Oh no. No. Don't break the launch pad. Don't do that. It's going. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, so what you saw happening there was that I was so focused on the fairing that I'd forgotten about the launch clamps. Right. Let's go back to the drawing board on this one. Right, so yeah, that was like a Vanguard type launch, so we got a few bits of stuff back, but I have realized that we can get all of this back. Which is most of the craft, interestingly. If I'd actually switched across, we could probably have recovered it and rebuilt it. We don't have time. We do not have time to do it, and I can just build a new one if needed. So we're going to just, right, there we go, get some science from that. Don't know what that is. We got lots of bits of funds from that. So we're going to rattle through, try and get the next one done out. All right, get this done. Get this conditioning done. Thank you. We're going to roll that one out. Thank you. Get that going. That's 11 days it takes to roll those out now. Right. All I was doing was just changing it, so I got a launch in the daytime. That's what it was. Right, we're going to launch this now, I think. Yeah, let's go for it. Right, this time, before I do anything, we're going to move things around. This is what happens when you play a combination of stock each day and RP-1 each day. You forget about little things like that. So we need to also move the fairing. That needs to come up as well, because that was in the wrong place. So there we go. Right, I think that's good. I'm hoping that's good. Right, we have about 11 minutes. So I've got 11 minutes for this flight. We were trying to get 2 flights in this episode. The first one we've got in. I'm not entirely sure how you would consider that flight. It was very much like the Vanguard launch in my head, actually. If you go back into the history books, if you have not heard about it, some of the early American attempts for orbital launch, they didn't go particularly well. And let's just say the satellite transmitted further from the launch pad than it could have, because it had basically rolled into a bush. And I think we had a bit of a situation there. I think that was probably worse than Vanguard, though, because, at least Vanguard, I think they turned the engines on. I think we didn't even get a light of engines then. So yeah, that was good. Oh, it's a night launch again. Oh. You know what? There should be a mode you can press that just makes it always day. And yeah, I know I could put ambient lighting and stuff on, and I think I have a certain ambient lighting setting on already, but there's only so far. It washes the whole thing out. It's terrible. Right, so we're going to go for a 90 degree on the roll because we like that. We're going to try and do everything nice and simple. Go at 2.1 something. Go at 2.1. Oh, we got a wobble still. That was interesting. Our relative inclination is still wobbly. Right. This is where the engines fail, isn't it? I'm waiting for it. Just waiting for it. Come on, tick over. Give me a bit more time. I'm going to actually put you onto time warp again. Right, there we go. Now we're going to come down. Right, we're on 9 minutes 30, so I should be able to get into orbit with this at least. Engines on. We have full light. We are go. I did not expect that. I was expecting an engine failure then. I really was expecting an engine failure. So we're going to pitch straight away to that there. That's good. We'll hold that. In fact, I'm going to be a bit more vicious. Because last time I wasn't vicious enough. We didn't turn over as quickly as I would have liked, and we ended up in quite a high orbital sort of jaunt. Right, we're turning now still a bit more. Keep going, keep turning. We're trying to be a really reasonably efficient launch. We've got a lot of drag on this because we have that high thrust in the first stage. We do carry a lot of drag, which is a problem. We'll get past it though. We're getting out of the thick stuff now into the thinner air. We can actually take this one as a normal speed because we had such a poor launch last time. So we're going to coming down a bit more. Yeah, I need to be turned. I need to be turned now. We're going to decouple those. What's my stability like? That's the question. I think we're high enough now that I can start to turn reasonably and get this nose down. We're now, apoapsis is over 100. That's a good start. We're going to put this down to 15. I'm going 15. That's what we're going for. Get a nice little launch on there. We're going to aim for about a 200 kilometer orbit. I have yet to get this craft to do what I tell it when I say stuff like this. but we will see what we can do. We can see what we can do. Right, we're going to speed it up a bit. So we've got a minute, over a minute burn on this one. This is actually quite impressive. This stage now we've added. I think we stretched this a little bit, didn't we? So it's a little longer burn, which is quite nice. It's going to help us quite a lot. We're going to keep our eye on the apoapsis. Don't want to go too high. We really don't want to go too high. So I'm going to actually pull that down. I'm going to go to 0 actually, because we're still gaining. We're still gaining altitude with it. I can put a little 1 or 2 notches on there, but we'll be attacking with the next stage anyway. So that's not a massive issue. We're going to be about 200 when we decouple. I think we're going to drop it down to normal speed times 4. We're going to get rid of the fairings, get rid of that. That's good. And then we're going to fire that engine up. It is the correct engine. Just make sure that we have only got that engine firing. That is correct. That is good. All right. This is a bit off-putting actually, having this like this. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Right, so we're going to let this just go for itself. I'm going to put it on 0. Yeah, we're going to put it on 0, and we're going to physical time warp just a bit there, just to get it going until we get moving along. We've got about 6 minutes, 40 seconds left on the episode. And this is the best viewing you've ever seen, isn't it? I keep forgetting that I've painted this black and we've got a black background. Thank goodness that this is in yellow. I mean, I can zoom in for you. There you go. Look at that. Ooh, it's still black. Maybe if we do that view, is that better for you? No, that's not really helping either. Really extreme close up. Then you can only see the black, and when I put my mouse over it, it's the green. Does that help? Right, we've got 4 minutes 40 to go on this engine. What are we looking like? We're doing well actually. I think we've got potentially, if we can get the burn done at the right timings, at the right way. We have the delta V to do it. I just don't know if we have the time. That's the problem. We're going to come back down now. We're going to be coming back down because our thruster weight is below 1. That is one of the big problems with this engine. We are going to end up having to burn a lot of fuel to stop this descent into madness that we're actually having right now. Yeah, this is going to be problematic. And I'm also going to have to now start moving the engine up to this point here, because my relative inclination to there is going to be changed. I'm going to drop this down a bit more. Go down. We need to keep an eye on it. There we go. Right. Oh, we're going up, so I don't need as much as that. Let's take it to 15 or 14 or whatever. Let's take it to 0. Okay. We're going to drop it back down to just 2 times speed. That's all I need. We're going to put this up 1 more in a little bit. We're going to do it to normal speed because I need to be focused now. I need to actually have my hand ready to end this burn potentially. I think we're actually going to be okay. I'm gonna pop it up just a little bit. I think this is going to be a nice one. This feels good actually. This is surprising. This should not feel this good right now. Yeah, inclination is okay. Do that. That's okay. This is okay. Everything seems to be okay. Now we're just looking at the fuel, and I'm going, have I got the delta V for this? I could have. I have. I think we have it. 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 There we go. Right, and then I'm going to decouple that. That is going to spin. That is annoying. So that's going to be an annoyance for me. I can tell already. Right, intercept with the Hoffman transfer. We have more than enough delta V on this stage, potentially. Okay, we've got 4 minutes. So 4 minutes, this burn is nowhere near of it, so that's not a problem. Right, so what I want to do is I now want to change the node a bit. I want to change it. So this is a cheap way of doing it. If you do a transfer, a Hoffman transfer sort of setup, and then you just play around with it. You just put a little bit less on it. That's it. Now, what was the requirement? It had to be over something and under something else, didn't it? Right. What was the aim? We've got 3 minutes, so I can read this. So I've got to be below. I've probably got to be below 5,000. You know what? I didn't realize just how low that has to be. Okay, so I need biggest bang for my buck. So I really need to put this on the node, as it were. So we'll do a bit of this. We're going to pull this as close as possible. Not that close. As close as possible, as long as it isn't that close. That's fine, right? And the alternative is I come around to the side. I can't remember which way around is best for capture. If I'm coming in this way, we're going to capture that way. If I come this way, it would be there. I'd be burning with it. So 5. Someone in the comments tell me which side is best for capture. I'm trying to think. I think you want to actually be on the face, because this will actually accelerate. If it's an easy way to find out, that accelerates you out. It does. So if we go anti is what I want. If we go anti, it should take less. I can actually do this. I can predict it. I can get the thing out and actually do it. I should have done it before. Right. Well, that's nice. Right. So what is my? Oh, I'm locked, so I can't do it. Let's just run forward a bit until we've got signal. Have we never got any signal? Surely I've got an antenna on that somewhere. I know I have. There we are. Right. So let's see if I put this on here, and then we do a capture burn there. What's that going to give me? Right. I need to now know that node, don't I? Maneuver 2. What is it? Oh. Right. What would that do? Let's go to 5,000 ish. Ooh. Ooh, that's tight. I can't remember what the residuals are on that. If I get perfect burn, we go to orbit in the correct orientation. Okay. So it is possible with that, but I probably would be better off. Having a different thing. So we may want to change our payload, which I do not have time for, because it is coming up to the end of the episode, and I don't know if I'm going to have time for this long. This is spinning worse than it was. All right. What do we do here? I've just that just. Before we get to the end of the episode, the engine is actually sticking into that there. That could be a problem. I've only just noticed that. How did I? Oh, it's because I shrunk the tank so much. I didn't notice that the engine was sticking out. Oh my. Right. Right. So next episode, we're going to do this. We're going to try and actually get this. And that will be episode 31. So the next episode is episode 31. It is the last of the series. It is the last of the month. It is not our last chance to do this, but we would have to know if we were going to do it quickly. So from me, until tomorrow and the last episode, have a great one.